How is everyone? Anyone chatting with me in the chat? So if you will, let me know that you are here. Let me turn down my volume a little bit. I am on the road, my darlings. If you can see me, an impromptu trip out of town, but I said I was gonna be here. I told my darlings that I was gonna be here today, and I am here today. And so I'm streaming from my phone, watching in the my computer to you guys are making, if you're going to make any. And so we are going to see if this works. And I am very excited, very excited to see how this works. And if it works, then that means, hi JLR, that means I will be able to take my show on the road. So I'm very excited about this, if we get this to work. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with me. My day was good, very productive. I woke up early this morning, went to run some chores, went to 2 craft stores this morning, and was just so taken aback with everything that was in there. I actually had to call my friend Valerie. Hi, me. Out of the dollars, not the dollar store, out of Michael's, because they had a mega sale going on. They had, hi Paulette, how are you? I got your message the other day. It is good to be back, and I missed you too. Hi Cassandra D, thank you for being here with us. So yes, I had to call my best friend Valerie and have her encourage me to get out of the store, because like I said, they were having a 70, y'all listen, a 75% off their Christmas sale, plus they had different percentages off throughout the store. And so it was just interesting to see all the goodies I could have taken home with me on my impromptu trip. As you guys can see, I'm not in my usual space, but like I said, I promised you guys I was going to be here tonight, so that exactly is what we are going to do. Thank you so much, Paulette. I appreciate you. Hi, Miss Margot. Hi, Maritza. I am fine. Thank you so very much. Doing well. Thank you. Yes, I did. I'm just trying to... So we'll see how long this style lasts. But thank you so much. Step away. Listen. Oh my gosh, the shopping cart was looking so good. And on top of that, to boot, I had a 20% off coupon that I could have used, but I had to step away. Like truly step away. So just let me know if this is coming through clearly. Let me know if we have any hiccups. Yes. And the only reason, Paula, I didn't buy any card stock is because I have a stock of card stock home, books, loose leaves, patterns. It's crazy. So yeah, I didn't bother to pick up any more paper crafting stuff. But yes, they had a great sale today. So like I was saying, please let me know if this is coming through clearly. I'm on my cell phone. If it starts to glitch, just please let me know, and I will see what I can do with my mobile setup. So tonight we are going to be making 3 crafts. Now, because of the hour, you guys know that I like to get you guys in and I like to get you guys out in an hour. Because of that hour, and I realized that I was doing 3 crafts today, 2 Super Bowl crafts, as was requested by JLR, and 1 Valentine's Day craft, as was requested by several other people. I had to go in and pre-make or prepare, if that's a word, and yes, I have a license. I'm an educator, so I can make words up. Don't say that I said that. That's not true. But so I went ahead and I pre-did did some stuff, okay, just to make sure that I could honor your time. So the first thing that we're going to make tonight is what you can use. I call it a centerpiece, but I'm not going to give it away the entire project, because we're going to put the project that we are going to create now together with the second NFL project, which is going to help you to create, I can't say that either because then I'm going to give it away, but to create a cohesive and comprehensive setup for your Super Bowl party next week. Saturday, I believe. I want to say Sunday, next week Sunday, okay? So for this craft, you are going to need a flower pot. Now, I don't know the dimensions of this flower pot. I do know that it was black and there was some writing on it. I cannot remember what the writing said, okay? They had them in black. I got this from my Dollar Tree where I was. Where I am now, I went into their Dollar Trees and they did not have any of these same pots, okay? So this was a black pot. Like I said, they come in white also, and there's some writing on them. So what I did with this black pot, you can see the inside is still black, was that I went in with some, and I thought I brought it to the table, some green acrylic paint, and I painted around the entire pot and then the rim of the inside. All right, so that is the first step. Good evening, friends. Thank you for being here with us. At 25 to 50 cents per sheet, I went crazy. I can imagine. Like I said, I was proud of myself, Miss Paulette, because I knew I needed intervention, and so I called my best girlfriend and I was like, help. I need your encouragement to get me out of the store, because I'm quite sure if I had brought anything else home to that house, my kids would have probably kicked me out. Like, I have stashes and stashes and stashes of things that I'm working from to this day. Hi, Miss Kim. How are you? Hello, Katrina. Thank you for being here with us. So this is the first step you're going to do. Take your pot, of course, any size. By the time I put the whole thing together, you'll be able to see and decide what size you want. Now, if you're not going to be doing the latter part of project, you can use this as a centerpiece again for your decorations for next week's Sunday's Super Bowl, okay? So you're going to take your pot and you're going to get one of these bags of gravel and you're going to place it in here. I made a prototype of this, and so I used the other half of the gravel in the prototype. But what you want is to make sure that you get your gravel to about halfway up the inside of this. The word pail is coming into my pot, okay? And I thought I brought the second bag with me because I know I bought two, but it's over there in the room. And so you want to make sure that you fill this up to about half. Once you've put your gravel in there, you are then going to take a piece of styrofoam. So this is 1/4 of this styrofoam piece, okay? So you're going to take your styrofoam piece and you are going to set it inside your pail. Keeps coming to mind. Pot. Y'all, send help, okay? You're going to place it inside of your pot. But I'm going to ask you to excuse. Yes, because I'm on my phone. So, hi, Maricela. How are you? Yes, Cassandra. I'm on my phone, and I'm also using my phone as a hotspot so that I can see your comments scrolling on the screen. No, it's me. So I can do one of two things. I can turn off the hotspot on the phone, which would probably give it more bandwidth, but then I won't be able to see your comments scrolling on the phone, and I might not be able to respond to you guys individually. So let me know what you guys would prefer, and while you think about it and talk to each other, let me get my other bag of gravel. Hold on. I will be back. All right, guys. It's still buffering. All right, it looks like it's back. So we're gonna try to go with this and see, thank you, a Royal Diadem, what it does. And excuse me, I really don't mean to have all of myself in. Okay, that's a little better. So you guys will be able to see, and I know I'm kind of crooked. All right, so let me know if you guys are still with me. I relate to this craft. I just love being here with you. Thank you very much, Tanya, Traveling Wine Time. I like that name. I really do like it. Okay, so I'm going to try to get my gravel up to half. Okay. So this is what you want it to be, about half. When you've done that, you're going to take a quarter of your styrofoam piece. This is what I took this off. So this, I cut it in half, and yeah, that's about it. Cut it in half again to get a fourth of this cube. And so I'm going to set it in here, put some hot glue on it so that when it engages with the gravel, it will shifty. And when we have the next thing we are going to do, I know that buffering, I can see it. Oh, okay. So let's see again if this works. All right, I just tried something. Let me know if that works. If you guys are here, I'll wait a while and see. If not, I can try to restart it. Give me a comment. Let me know if you guys are still there. Am I still frozen? It's better now. Still with you? Thank you. So yeah, I had to turn off my the hotspot on the computer. I was trying to read your comments on the chat as it was coming up on the computer. So like I said, it's coming up on my screen. Good evening, Wanda. It's of course kind of small. I guess I could put on my glasses to see, but if you do type something and I don't respond to you individually, just know it's because now I'm looking at my phone and my phone is kind of offset from me. Okay, so now that we have placed about half of our pot of gravel and taken a quarter of that styrofoam and glued it down into our gravel, the next thing we're going to do is take some popsicle sticks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are going to create with these popsicle sticks a goal. All right, very simple, very quick. So I'm going to, in the middle of my crossbar, put just a dab of glue right here. I'm going to place my popsicle stick into that glue, allow it to set. This is the back side that we're working on, and trust me, I'm telling you this from experience. When I worked with mine previously, I don't know what I did, but I stuck in the back and then I flipped it over and I stuck on the front. So just make sure while you are putting this piece together you are putting it all together on the back side, okay? Very quick, very easy. All right? And once this sets, you are going to have your goal, okay? The next thing that we're going to do is take some yellow paint and one of our foam brushes and very quickly paint this. When I made mine earlier, again, just in the essence of time and wanting to honor your time, I just put some paint down on my black poster board here and I just painted it, allowed the one side to dry. It took about maybe 7 to 10 minutes, turned it over and painted the other side. So when this is finished, and you'll see what I'm showing you here, you're going to have something that looks like this, okay? So you see how for some reason I flipped it. Don't ask me how that happened. So here you can see the back, but then when I put the front together, I put them here on the outside. So it's not as seamless as this, but it's okay, all right? So when you paint it, this is what you're going to have. All right. So now that we have created our goalpost, what we are going to do, and I haven't seen a comment in a few seconds, just guys, let me know that you are still there. What we are going to do is take our chalk marker, okay? You can get these. They come in the popular brands that we know. They also come, Amazon has its own brand. And you could get these, you know, anywhere in craft stores, online, Walmart, wherever you may go. But what you're going to do is take your chalk marker and a ruler, which I have around here somewhere. And forgive me, but I'm not at home. And you are going to partition out 10 points of reference. Okay? So half and half, almost like you're making, what is the word I'm looking for? Your rose compass rose. Here and here. So, excuse me, this should give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to put perhaps one here and one here. Okay. Now that you have your points of reference, what I want you to do is at each point of reference, you are going to take your chalk marker and you are going to create a line. All right. I don't know if you can see that. So first point of reference, second point of reference, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10. And for my football fans out there, we know what these markings are going to be. So when you have finished making your long markings, you're then going to go in with your chalk pen again. 10 yards, 20, 30, oh, that's not pretty, 40, 50-yard line, 60, 70, 80, oops, I think I made one too much, 90, so let's put this here, no, 90, are you guys still with me? Yeah, I made one line too much, okay, all right, Or you could have gone just like the feel is the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. I should have thought about that. But now that we have done that, so you have your major ones, okay? If you want to continue with the details, you can go in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, all the way around. So you have your yardage, your increments of tens, and then you're showing your ones. Okay, going all the way around. But in the essence of time, let me know that you guys are still there. You guys are kind of quiet, so I don't know if you're there or if my setup is working. Okay. Now, once you have done that, it is ready time to put this together. And simply what we are going to do is put some hot glue on one side of our popsicle stick, and on the other side of our popsicle stick, and we're going to bury it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Okay? Thank you, Miss Lewis. So you have something that looks like this. And then you can straighten it. And then the piece that's going to make this really look like a football field is the moss that I put in the supply list that you are going to take and place atop your foam and on the sides, in the middle, I should say, and on the middle of your field. All right, so here you have one craft for tonight. All right, so for those of you celebrating, having friends over to watch a Super Bowl, and you want to decorate your, hi, I think that was Lily O'Neill. If you want to, decorate for your Super Bowl party, that's one thing that you can do. Okay? Anything that I missed, anything that I could have added to this, let me know. If you like this craft, very quick, very easy, give me a thumbs up. Now, I am making space because I want to show you the next piece of this. And when I had this idea, I was like, oh my gosh, this would be awesome. And so this is where the, hold on, I'm not home, so I'm trying to make space in this small area where I am to show you guys what the next thing is going to be. And I was excited to put this together. All right, so I can get rid of this now. The second craft that I'm going to show you, I already put it together, again, in the essence of time, but I will walk you through it. So excuse me a minute while I go grab that. But I need that. I can't get rid of it. Okay. So here is our next craft. I'm coming. And again, this is for my people who want to set up their table, who is going to have company for Super Bowl this year. Now what you're looking at is, and I said to you in the supplies, you can use a Dollar Tree tablecloth, right? to get this craft together. But what I actually did was ask one of my teacher friends. She had a roll of this better than paper, bulletin board paper in her room. And so I asked her if I could have used a piece of it to create this craft, okay? It's more durable, if you can hear that, than the tablecloth, the Dollar Tree tablecloths would be. They're very, very thin. However, if this is something that you wanted to create just to use for that night and to discard it when your guests leave, then you could very well do so. So what this is a football field, okay? And as you can see, it's not coming up as I thought that it would have, but I use white duct tape to make the lines, the yardage lines on the field. So here you have your, just like I was saying with the pot, we could have done your 50-yard line, 2 40s, 2 30s, 2 20s, 10s, and your end zones. So for those of you whose teams are in this year's Super Bowl, I think it's the Rams and the Bengals, if you wanted to, you could decorate up here with the logo for the gold pot. Thank you. You could decorate up here with the logo of the Rams, and then on the other side, of course, you could decorate with the logo of the Bengals. I thought about doing it and drawing those logos by hand, but I decided against it in the last moment. And then, of course, just to make it a little bit more realistic, what you could do is perhaps find, and there's a story about this, listen, but anyway, you can find the logo for your teams. This is an NFL logo that I found printed in color. I really wanted it laminated, and really I could have made it a little bigger so it was true to scale a little bit, and just set that smack dab in the middle of your field. Now here is where our first craft comes together, okay? And again, I'm not home. For those of you who are joining late, I'm on the road, but I wanted to keep my promise. So when I made up my mind to take this trip, I packed all of my crafts, all of my supplies in my trunk, and I brought them with me. So if you want to do something like this to decorate your table, here is where our goals come in. On one side, you can put one goal, decorate with your team's name in the end field, and then on the other side, if you make 2 of these, and you really can't see it because of how the camera is situated, you can actually have these as your goalposts. And then whatever food you wanted to have or other decorations that you wanted to have. But I think this would be a nice project to bring all of your friends and family together for Super Bowl this Sunday. All right, so let me know, guys, if this is something that you guys think that you would do, or that you would want to have in your homes for Super Bowl this Saturday by giving me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. So this is our Super Bowl craft for today. Okay, if you looked at the community page and you saw the supplies there, I said that you could have either used the duct tape. Awesome, thank you. I said that you could have either used duct tape or, and what I did with the duct tape, let me say this first. If you can see, yep, you can see it. This was a roll of Dollar Tree duct tape. Last minute crafts. So easy and simple. Thank you, Jayla. I'm happy that you liked it because you requested a Super Bowl craft. So yay, thumbs up, awesome. So this is a roll of the Dollar Tree duct tape, and what I did simply was take my razor blade and just cut it down the middle. Of course, I had to keep scoring as I continued to pull them off to use to make my lines. And if I didn't score too deeply, you can see where, you know, it started to get slimmer and slimmer, but that's okay. I would suggest making sure your razor blade is very sharp. Where to get the tablecloth? I will put the link. Once this goes to air, as soon as we come off, just give me 5 minutes and I will place those links. The links are actually on the community page, but if you want, I can put the link underneath the video once it airs for repeat viewing. So I would suggest, as I was saying, just to continue to score it. As you're pulling, continue to score it, because we know that duct tape is durable tape, very thick. Yes, I'll put the link in there when we're finished. And so if you're not scoring it, the deeper you go, it'll kind of stick together and tear off, and you'll get these little shreds, right? Which is not bad, because as I was told, these shreds actually make it look like the field was spray painted, so it does give it a true to feel look of what a true field would look like. But this is what I use. I also suggested that if you couldn't find the white duct tape, you could have found this athletic tape. And I found this at the dollar store also, athletic tape. When I looked online to find the link to post it in the community tab, there it was not listed. But you can use this athletic tape as well, and similar to the duct tape, just to make sure that you're getting a thin strip as opposed to this wide strip. You would just take your razor blade and just etch it down the middle and continue to score it the more you peel off. So either one of them would work. All right, so yay, Super Bowl crafts, here we go. All right, the next craft that we're going to make tonight is our Valentine's Day craft. And for this Valentine's Day craft, we are going to make a topiary. Now I know that somebody already is going to give me grief for this topiary, because I am going in the direction of, say it with me, Glam Farm with this. The person who's going to give me grief about this project knows who they are, so I ain't calling no name. But we are going to make a topiary for Valentine's Day. So let me get all of my supplies. Like I said, I'm not home, so have to have my things set to the side, and hopefully I'm remembering everything that I need. All right. Oh look, yay. I found the ruler I was looking for. All right. So for this craft, you are going to need, of course, your flowers. Oh, I forgot one thing. The main thing. And the reason, of course, that I'm using the marbles, or like I did for the other craft, the stones, is to make sure that we are weighing down, our flower pots. Okay, so we're going to use a red flower pot for this craft. And the first thing, and you guys pardon my mess because you guys know me, and to be quite frank, this is a bit much. It's gonna work. It has to work because I'm not home. All right. So the first thing we are going to do is place our foam down. All right. That's the first thing we are going to do. Now, I'm not going to take it out of the plastic because more than likely I will take this all down so that I can reuse the parts of this project. But in addition to putting my foam down in there, I'm going to take some of these marbles, odds and ends, glass pieces, and I'm just going to fill in on the sides to give this some weight. Because we wouldn't want a wayward house pet, yes, I'm talking about my puppy Max, or for those of you who have cats, to swing by this, and then next thing you know, back to the store you go. I missed that, D. What was a great idea? Let me know. All right. So just to weigh it down to make sure that this topiary isn't going to go anywhere. All right. Now, once we have done that, we have our foundation. Okay. Now, I went ahead and created this piece before you guys came on, in the essence of saving time. And what this is a styrofoam ball that is wrapped in your, forgive me, I'm looking for something, that is wrapped in my burlap ribbon. Now, this size, and I did something very amateurish, this is the 5.6 inches. I have another one around here. I'll go and get it. I thought it was with the other stuff for this craft. So this is the 6 inch. So this is probably a 4 inch. This is probably 4.8 inches. This is 5.6, and then there's a smaller one. So I got them graduated. But how I did this, just so you guys can know, I took my tacky spray. I don't know how many of you guys have this, but I took my tacky spray, and it's very tacky. I still have some of the tack on my fingers, and I've washed my hands several times. But I just took the tacky spray and I sprayed very liberally this ribbon, okay? After, of course, measuring it. So this is what it would look like. So I would take my ball, and this would be the 4.6, right? Measure it, cut it right where I need it to, cut it right where I need it to be. So let me do it this way so you can see. Cut it right where I need it to be, right where it overlaps. Take my scissors and cut it. And then I would have the strip that I need. Once I got that strip, I would take my tacky spray, spray it very generously. Of course, make sure you have a piece of newspaper down or poster board so as not to get this on your furniture, because it is very tacky. And then once you have done that, you simply take your styrofoam ball, roll it in, pretty much the same thing I did with this. And once you have rolled it in, to make sure that you can get this material to wrap around the ball, you go in with your scissors and you start to score. So snip, 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 all the way around, maybe about 2-inch flaps, okay? And then once you get those flaps, it is simply a matter of pushing it down, because that tacky is gonna dry and it's gonna dry tacky, pushing it down again, pushing each flap down, one on top of the other, holding it so that it can set. And then when you're finished, you will have a ball that is covered. Now what I did to cover up the top, as you can see here, I had some of these lace burlap hearts that I used in a project years ago. It was a set of candle holders. I just remembered that. Here's what they look like. And I just put 3 together. And that's where my hot glue came in. And I just glued them down to cover that spot, okay? I made sure to leave a hole, however, for my dowel to sit in, okay? So any questions about that? I just wanted to make sure I explained how I did this to you. This took me about 20 minutes. Of course, I didn't have the 20 minutes on. You guys let me know if you're there. I didn't have the 20 minutes for this video, and so I opted to do this on my personal time to honor you guys, okay? So now that we have that, it is time to build, y'all. I don't like that I'm still here. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that was Annette. Yeah, I don't like that. I feel like I'm in the room by myself just because I can't see the chat. But if I have the chat, that's when it starts to buffer because I have to use my hotspot. And I guess using your phone as a hotspot and being on YouTube at the same time does not cut it. Okay. So now, here is what we're going to do. We're going to find the middle of our cube. Make that hole. Take some of our hot glue. Place it in the hole. Place our stick in there. Our dowel, these are 12-inch dowels. And then securing around the dowel to make sure that it does not move. Okay? And I think this is gonna get too tall for my camera to see. Then we're going to take our biggest ball. Make the hole that we need. Take some hot glue, pipe it in there on either end. You should hear it. It's going snack, crackle, pop. And feed it in there and hold it so that it sets for a few moments. Okay. And if you're not sure with that setting, just go around where that dowel sits and pipe some more hot glue. And we're gonna give this a chance to set in a minute. Okay? This styrofoam ball, we're gonna cover with roses. The medium styrofoam, we are going to, it's already been covered with your burlap. And then the top, we are going to cover as well with roses. Okay. So, to stand up for this, guys. Hold on. Okay. That's there, and it's still trying to set up, so I'm not gonna fool with it too much. Hold on. I'm working with very odd pieces of furniture. I know that's kind of loud because my head is right next to the phone. I'm just trying to see if I can get some more height. Of the setup. Oh, I see it. I was looking for the third styrofoam ball, and you won't believe, guys, where it got to. It got on the floor here. All right. No, that didn't give us much height either. All right, hold on. I will try again. Just let me get this. I don't know if I'm ready to take this show on the road. I'm trying. I'm so trying. But I just missed my heavy equipment at the house where everything is set just so. I don't have to worry about my camera. I don't have to worry about the furniture. I don't have to worry about anything because everything is already set up. All right, let's try this, my darlings. Hold on, I'm moving you. Okay. So that's better. Perfect. All right, so we get a little bit more height. Yay! All right, so now we have our third ball, and we're gonna place this one on top. And to do this, and yes, I know I'm disappearing again, because we need a 6-inch dowel for this one. Okay, so here is my 6-inch dowel as opposed to my 12, and I'm gonna go in on the top here, find the opening that I left with my hearts, place it in here, okay. Pull it out, place my hot glue. And of course, you guys know, even if I were home and I was having all of these issues, my babies would have been right there. So I'm solo in this trip. All right. Yep, I can see 25 people are still on. And then we're gonna top it. We're gonna put some hot glue down into that hole we just created. And then allow it to set. So here you can see our topiary beginning to take shape. Now, while we wait for all of those pieces to set up, sorry I missed that. I just saw it when it popped on the screen and it went off. What we're going to do while we wait on that to set up, because I don't want to start fiddling with it, trying to place my flowers, and then the next thing you know, that glue was not set and the whole thing falls apart. That would make me cry. So we're not trying to have that happen. Okay, so what we're going to do, and I'm reusing some black ribbon that I used previously. What we're going to do now, or what I'm going to offer you now, are just some suggestions of how to embellish the rest of this by perhaps using black ribbon. This was the idea I had. And then of course, because this is glam, we are going to use some diamond wrap, and I'll show you what I have. I have two types. So I'm just taking my hot glue, piping it, behind the ribbon and laying the ribbon down. Be sure when you're piping this that you're not using too much hot glue. It depends on what type of ribbon you're using. I'm using a satin ribbon, so we know satin tends to bump up. If you don't smooth it out, you'll see those hard pieces of glue behind it. And then that's when you're going to go in and cover with your diamond wrap. But just continuing to glue and lay, glue and lay. glue and lay until you get back to where you started. Voila. And then if some of you, I know some of you have your, if you want to use, what do you call those things? Your brooches, you can seal it here with a brooch. Or what I did, or what I'm going to do, you can take your diamond wrap. I have this fancy schmancy one that I could use to lay right on top of that black, which is going to give us that glam piece of our farm. Or I found this, like I tell you guys, I'm still working out of my stash. I have so much stuff, y'all. So much stuff. I had gotten this from Michael's. I don't know if you can see that. It's just black ribbon with black rhinestone, and it has the adhesive backing on it. So if you wanted to go black on black, you could. Oh, no. Oh, okay. So because I've had this so long, guess what happened? It's no longer adhesive. The adhesion, the stickiness comes off on the tape. It doesn't come off on the rhinestone. So I'm not going to use this because that hot glue is just going to seep on through those holes. We're almost done, guys, I promise. I know we've had a lot of hiccups, but you guys are troopers, and I appreciate you so much for hanging with me tonight. Okay, so now that our topiary is set, you see that I'm hitting this and it's not budging. It is simply time to go in with our flowers. And start placing our flowers on our largest ball and our largest ball and our smallest ball. Okay? And these are flowers that I've had for years and years and years. Don't laugh at me, but you know, now that I'm taking it out of the baggie because I keep my flowers in bins in my garage, I'm saying to myself, I hope nothing, please don't jump out at me. I hope nothing jumps out at me. But it wouldn't, because like I said, I had them in a baggie and I had them in a sealed container in my garage. So nothing should be popping out, okay? And now it's just simply a matter of just going in with your flowers and placing them. If there's anything I have, it's lots of red flowers. Anybody knows why? Let me see how well my darlings know me. If it's any kind of flower I have, it's gonna be your red flowers. Why is that? Yes, I just saw it's your favorite color. I didn't see who typed that. I'll go back and watch the chat. But yes, it's my favorite color. Red says, see me, I'm here. I'm here. That's what it says. So, I have the red appliances, red furniture, red clothes. A lot of people shop for that, you know, little red dress. I shop for, a lot of people shop for that little black dress. I am shopping for that little red dress. I have so many red pieces in my wardrobe. It is ridiculous. I promise you. How many ways are you going to wear red? Oh, let me count the ways. I can show you. I can tell you. I'm loving the way this looks already, and it's not even finished. Love, 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 love it. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think of our craft today. That one's bent. Let me know. I'll try to glimpse up to see what you guys are typing. Let me know which one of these you want to attempt today or during this week, as Valentine's Day is coming up. I love them. I love it too. So somebody must have said something before. Let me know how many of you are going to work on the Super Bowl craft. How many of you are going to work on the topiary craft, perhaps to gift to someone. This would make a lovely gift, of course, to a special someone. You know, a family member, a beloved, a co-worker. Now, I'm in two minds here, and maybe we can discuss it, or let me know what you guys think. Now, you guys are seeing how full I'm stacking my flowers, right? Underneath down here to the bottom, and I have another bag to go so that we can do the top. Let me know. Oops, I just broke it. No. Let me know if you guys think we should go in and cover that styrofoam that's inside the pot with roses as well, or if we think that by the time we're finished, the flowers will create an apron enough to cover that empty space. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. I had 2 more baggies of red flowers, and I looked at them as I was packing my car to go, and I said, just let me take all my red flowers that I have. And my brain said no, and I left them. And now I wished I had walked with them, because we still have to do up top here. So hold on. Let's do this ball up top. But yeah, so as you can see, this is what it looks like, right? It's very full. So the flowers on the bottom have created a kind of apron here that's hiding what's underneath, all right? This is how much I still have left to go on this side. But before I create this side, what I'm gonna do here is try to work on these flowers up top. And if there are any red roses left over, then I can go in and finish that piece underneath. These flowers have seen better days. I even passed by the flower section in Michael's today and was so tempted. Yeah, I needed an intervention. It's like, I gotta tell me, sissy, that I need to leave. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. So I used my coupon for, I went there to get the foam for today. And try to spread these out. I'm running thin. For the foam that I needed today, these styrofoam balls, the round ones. So I needed to get these, and I needed to get the yellow paint. So I was proud of myself. I only picked up one other thing and it was a 6-pack of paint that they had, Christmas paint that they had on 75% off. And so I paid $1.49 for it. I couldn't leave that, guys. The paint was saying, take me. Some acrylic jars of paint, pretty much like the yellow one I showed you earlier. So yeah, but I did pretty well. I got what I went in there for. And then the funny part is, if you guys are still there, the funny part is I did not want to make any more stops, right? And I needed some more marbles. So I said, you know, let me just see what they have and get what they have. I know I get it at the dollar store for $1.25, but you know, sometimes we pay for our sanity. So it's not gonna be more than $4.99, you know, $3.99, $4.99. Let me tell y'all. Michael said, that's gonna be $8.99, please. So y'all know what I did, right? I got my happy self back in my car and I drove across the street to the dollar store to pay my $1.25. And even paying that $1.25, it hit me, guys. I am having culture shock at the dollar store every time I go now, because when the lady tells me my total, I have to, you know, like do a double take almost, because I'm like, what? But then forgetting that every quarter adds up. Okay, so let me see how I'm gonna do this, because I have no more flowers. And I just want to give you guys one angle of what it would look like when it's completed. And I can do that this way. All right. So here is, yeah, I needed to bring those other 2 bags, but it's okay. So here is, this one doesn't have a stock. All right. What our topiary looks like so far. Of course, I would have to go in, clean it up. I was trying to spread the flowers out to make sure that I got more coverage, but I was not able to do that. As you can see, just to be transparent, you can see here, I need to fill in like maybe 6 to 8 more flowers here, and perhaps 6 to 8 more here as well. So that is what it looks like in the back, that I still have yet to place flowers. And probably I'll go to the dollar store tomorrow and get me a few more bunches so that I can get this done. But this is what it looks like. And then of course, embellishing it how you want. I have my little danglies, which would make it that glam piece, farm glam, because I have my lace burlap. But we could perhaps put a dangly there, crystal. Oh, I brought this. This would have been good. See, had I done that, I would have had more space. I meant to share this with you guys. So, I don't know if you guys remember. It's the last thing I'm going to say. But I don't know if you guys remember, about 3 years ago, I made a lamp. And to top off my lamp, I can't remember what you call these. Somebody help me in the chat, but there's a name for these. These go on top of the lampshade. So I got one in crystal. I also have one in purple, because the lampshade that I had was in purple. But I thought, and I probably will still when I finish this up and move some of these flowers around, you could put this, one of these, on the top of your topiary to give it that glam as well. Okay, and then just another suggestion, if you didn't want that red to be poking out as much, even though it's Valentine's, because you have your red here and your red here, you can also get some burlap and wrap it kind of like the way they wrap the poinsettia plants during the Christmas to just get a big piece of red or green paper, sit the pot in the middle, and pull it up so that it bunches over. So that's another choice as well that you can do. But yeah, this is our piece, my darlings. And I'm sorry I didn't have all the flowers. I'm kind of kicking myself now, but this is what it would look like. This is what it looks like in front. But yeah, a nice Valentine's Day topiary. You could probably create 2 of these and put them outside your doorstep, 1 on either side. For those of you who have fireplaces, you can put 1 on either side of your fireplace as well. Or if you wanted to gift someone this, that's something else you can do as well. So here we are, darlings. We have made it to 8:08, so not too much over our time. I know we had some technical difficulties before because I was trying to use my phone to stream as well as use it as a hotspot, and the internet said, ma'am, you're doing too much. So I know we had some glitches, and I know that I wasn't able to respond to each of you personally because I couldn't see the comments as they were scrolling up on the small screen on my phone, but we were able to get 3 crafts done tonight, and I am so excited. So my darlings, tell me, or rather give me a thumbs up in the chat if, despite our technical difficulties, you guys enjoyed today's show, and if, despite our technical difficulties, you would still like to ride around with me if I ever have to go on the road again. So let me know. It's about to be spring, y'all. Spring break. It's about to be summertime. So, you know, for those of you who know me, that's my go times. Like, go. Go. I just love to travel, and so if I can travel as long, maybe if I shorten it, yep, that would be perfect. If I could travel and still be with you guys on a Saturday, that would be the bomb.com. So my darlings, I thank you for spending this time with me tonight. If you guys have any questions, I will hang back for a few minutes, maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Now that I can, all the projects were great. Thank you, Wanda. Now that I can focus in on my phone screen just a little bit, that I'm not working. But if not, I thank you guys for spending some of your time with me here this Saturday. Of course, we know that the model to our channel is what? Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. Why? Buy when you can DIY. Because again, just like I asked you guys last week, you know, where are you gonna go in a home store and see something like this that they're charging? Still too long, I have to finagle with this, but where they want to charge, you know, what we pay for this at the dollar store. The most expensive thing on this craft alone are the styrofoam balls, and not really. I mean, you're talking $3.99, $4.99. I think the biggest one was $6.99. So, you know, you're looking at 7 and 4, 11 and 4 is $15 for your styrofoam. $15 for your styrofoam, but your pot was $1, your foam was $1, your marbles were $1. You can get your burlap ribbon for $1 at the dollar store, and then of course your flowers. So, you know, you're not going to spend too much for this, but definitely, you know, if you were going to look for this in a store, they would try to charge triple or quadruple what we made this for. So why buy, my darlings, when you can DIY? I thank you for spending time with me, and until next time, if you have any ideas about what you want to see next week, be sure to leave it in the chat, like I said. And until next time, know that I love you guys. Be well, stay safe. Bye. Good night, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be safe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm up for a road trip. Listen, y'all. My best friend can tell you, go is my middle name. Let's go. I pack a bag. Like I said, this was an impromptu trip. I knew I was going on Wednesday, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I was like, I still have to be with my peeps, so I will pack a bag, and then I will pack my bags with my crafting stuff. And here we are, go. Just to experience something different. I like doing different things. So yeah, we're up for a road trip. Maybe we can work that into something that we do. Much love to you too. I didn't see who that was, but maybe we can work that into as we progress with our channel, trips, different things that we could do together. That would be great. I will try anything. Those who know me know. That was one of the things my father always used to say, try anything at least one time. You never know. You just might like it. So I like to try different things. Good night, good night, good night. All right, I see we're down to 14 people. So I will hang back for about 1 more minute to see if there are any questions. Found another rose. Alrighty. Okay. Well, good night, y'all. I appreciate you. See you guys next week. God willing. Be safe. You're going to start taking trips by myself. Listen, maybe you don't have to, Cassandra, because maybe I might come with you. Listen, that's one of the things, and I know I said bye, but when you start talking traveling, I'm all in. That's one of the things that I've always wanted to do. That is one of the things that my grandmother, when she was in her golden years, used to do by herself, was travel. And she would book these European cruises, excursions, where you ride around in the buses and they take you to different places in Europe, and you're with a group of people. And my granny would do that thing. And one of the things that I loved when she did that was she would always send me a postcard from whatever city or country she was traveling in, and I used to look so very much forward to receiving her postcards in the mail. And I always admired and respected her for that. In her golden years, 60, 70 years old, she's on a plane and she's gone. So I have gotten my wanderlust from her. The only thing I haven't done yet is traveled by myself. So hey, maybe one day we can get together and take a trip together, or we can plan an excursion and meet up somewhere. But yes, again, you got me talking about travel, which really excites me. So I'm gonna say good night, farewell, take care, and God willing, we will see each other on Saturday.